Hello, dears, and welcome back to my IELTS channel. I'm Florina, your host and your English teacher, and I'm really delighted to have you join me for another insightful lesson, this time in Academic Writing Task 2 series. Today, we'll be tackling an opinion essay, which is taken straight from an IELTS past paper, and as a bonus, we'll also be dealing with effective use of sentence linking devices to enhance the flow and coherence of your writing. You like that, right? To enhance the flow and coherence of your writing. All right, now before we dive in, make sure you have your notepad ready because this lesson consists of 7 pretty engaging activities. And as you have probably noticed from the previous lessons, the activities are designed to build upon one another. So you'll need information from each activity to tackle the next. Okay, so if you're ready, give me a thumbs up and let's get started with our little warm-up. You have a pretty picture and a word here, consumerism. If you don't know what that is, I would like you to pause the video, search it up, and then come back because I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you to have a little bit of research. And because of this, I would like you to have a look at the question statement. Yeah. Consumerism has more of a positive effect on the world than a negative effect. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes for you to brainstorm positive and negative effects of consumerism. You can work alone or with somebody else, however, but you've got 2 minutes to brainstorm as many effects as possible. Good luck. Okay, here are some of the positive and negative effects. I've done a little bit of research and this is what I came up with. If any of the words sound or look gibberish to you, please feel free to search them up in a monolingual dictionary. This will also improve your vocabulary and you're also going to get some insight about consumerism. You can use this ideas and information in your exam if you come across this topic. All right, warmed up, moving on to the very first part of our lesson, understanding the task. This is the writing task. And in 60 seconds, I would like you to multitask, to underline the keywords and to answer the question below. Okay, these are the keywords, and you have to decide whether people today think too much about shopping. So, do you agree fully, disagree fully, or sitting on the fence, meaning both agree and disagree? This is what an opinion essay is all about. Moving on to the second activity, and actually the second part of our lesson, language and content, you're going to read the model answer. I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this one, and again, multitask. You have to decide whether the student agrees or disagree. And also, while reading, I would like to have a look at the way the information is organized into paragraphs, starting from the introduction, the body paragraphs, and then the conclusion. Okay, and ta 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 ta, the student agrees with the statement. All right, moving on to the third activity. This is where I would like you to copy the table and fill it in while you're going to read the sample answer on the next slide. So on the next slide, you are going to see some underlined link words and phrases. While reading the sample answer, I would like you to write them in the correct place in the table, right? So this is the same sample answer. I'm going to give you 1 minute for this one because you've already read the sample answer, and all you have to do is to put the connectives under the correct heading. 1 minute. Okay, now before I give you the answers, I just want you to have a look at the number of linking devices used in this sample answer, even though we've got a lot of them for adding information, for giving examples, for contrasting. As you can see, there are not a lot of them. So you don't have to start every single sentence with a connective device or a linking word just because you know them or just because the English teacher told you so. It's about keeping it simple and natural. Natural actually is the key word here, because if you start every single sentence with a new linking device, it will sound artificial, and that's not what you want. All right, so these are the answers. Do, 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 do. And now, using the same table, the one from the previous activity, and looking at these words and phrases, I would like you to add them in the correct place. So we're going to add some more. Super easy, 1 minute for this one. Okay, and the ones in red are from the activity 3 and the ones in purple from activity 4. So now you have a linking device bank for adding, showing results, showing contrast, giving examples, and listing points. I'm not saying to memorize them or to learn them by heart, but I want to tell you that there's more than firstly, secondly, or then. Okay, variety is very important. Moving on to the fifth activity. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, and you have 3 alternatives. I do hope you can see the alternatives there in italics, such as, for instance, and like. Well, only one is correct and will make sense. So what you have to do is to take 2 minutes to choose the correct alternative. And these are also linking devices that you can use for various purposes. Okay, and these are the answers. Super easy, right? Moving on, we have the same sentences, but all you have to do is to put them in the correct order to make a paragraph. And now you know that actually 4 to 5 sentences make a paragraph. Yeah? 1 minute because it's super easy. Okay, and this is the order. As you can see, let's do a little bit of a recap how you build and how you write a paragraph. You start with a topic sentence that will be this sentence over here. Then you continue with explaining what you want to say. You support it with example, for instance, to go to the shop, da 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 da, and then you have some sort of additional information and closure. So this is how you should be writing a paragraph. A paragraph is not one sentence long. That's the worst case scenario. A better case scenario, so to say, but still bad, is to have a 2 sentence paragraph. Not really, no. Okay, 4 to 5 sentences because you need to explain and you need to bring forth arguments and examples. All right, let's move on. This time, and again, uh, you're going to copy this pretty table with the questions because you'll have to read the model answer again and you have to evaluate it in a critical way. You have to answer the questions. So by the end of this lesson, if you haven't learned anything about how to answer an opinion essay, you will most definitely know how to draw tables, which is win-win. Yay! Okay, so copy the table with the questions and then read the model answer one more time. I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this one to read and answer. So a good strategy would be to have the questions in front of you and answer the questions as you read within the time limit. All right? Okay, I do hope you have managed to answer all the questions. Let me know what you think about it. Now we're going to move on planning the essay. Remember, in your actual exam, you have 40 minutes and you have to use these minutes wisely. So let's say you take 6 to 7 minutes to understand the tasks, to underline the keywords, to decide whether you agree, disagree, brainstorm the words, the idea, sorry. Think about language that you'll be using in your paragraphs. Um, Thinking about how you're going to write the paragraphs, how many paragraphs you're going to write. This is what you should be doing. Then 30 minutes for actual writing the paragraphs. Now you have noticed that a paragraph is made up of 4 to 5 sentences. So if you write 2 paragraphs, that will be 5 plus 5, 10. And let's say 2 or 3 sentences in your introduction, that will be 13, plus 2 more in your conclusion, that would be 15. 15 sentences. That's all you have to do. And if my math is correct, you have 30 minutes, 15 sentences, that will be 2 minutes per sentence. That's good. But this plan only works if you plan beforehand. So the plan works if you plan. You know what I'm saying? So it's extremely important. And then towards the end, let's say you spend 7 minutes on planning, 30 minutes on writing, you have 3 minutes to do what? To assess. Okay? Okay, so in this activity, by the way, we're done with copying tables, so on and so forth. You have the same writing task, but this time I want you to take a minute to decide whether you agree with the statement or you disagree. Yeah, so completely agree. This is sitting on the fence, and this is completely disagree. If you choose to sit on the fence, you have to bring forth arguments for both agree and disagree. Okay, 1 minute for this one. Okay, let me know what stance you took in the comment section. And let me give you another important tip. Let's just say that you have chosen to completely agree, but while planning, let's say you're 2 or 3 minutes into planning and you realize that, hey, I don't have any reasons to bring forth to agree, but I have more to completely disagree. So you can switch. You can completely disagree. Remember, the examiners are not going to check the validity of your answers or the whether you're telling the truth or you're lying. It doesn't really matter as long as you can express an opinion and you can support it with arguments and examples. All right, moving on. Yeah, I said that no more copying tables. Well, I lied. Sorry, I've got a very bad memory. Okay, another table. But it's because this table will help you plan your essay for the same test as the one with consumerism. I would like you to take 5 minutes to follow these steps and then to make some notes in the table. I'm going to give you 5 minutes for this one. If you finish faster, by all means, you can start writing your essay in 30 minutes tops, but try to stick to 5 minutes. All right? Okay, time's up. And now you can move on to writing your essay. And you can use the plan from the previous activity and the notes you have made in the table. And remember to use your own words as much as possible and to make everything flow, coherent. You go from point A to point B in a straight line. Okay? And after you finish writing your essay in maximum 30 minutes, because you already spent time planning it, it's time for you to assess it and check for errors and make it look better and improve it. So again, there's another pretty table. Yeah, a lot of tables in this lesson. While reading your essay, try to answer the question and decide whether you take them or not. And if you don't take them, then think about it. What else can I do to improve? And I promise this is it. No more tables. And I want you to congratulate on completing this lesson on opinion essence and how to use sentence linking devices. Yes, it was a long lesson, but I do hope you found it both informative and useful and not boring. And even though it was a lengthy lesson, remember, practice makes perfect. So make sure to apply these techniques and everything you've learned in this lesson to your future writing essays. And again, if you found this video useful, I would really appreciate it if you could take a moment to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who might also benefit from these valuable tips. I'm really honest right now. Your support means the world to me, and it really motivates me to keep moving forward. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and enable notifications to stay updated with my latest IELTS lessons and YouTube shorts and exam strategies and so on. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your dedication and for you to subscribe into my channel. And remember, you're capable of achieving great results. All you have to do is to prepare. So best of luck with your preparation, and I'll see you in our next lesson. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring. Bye.